all know what's going to happen eventually to GameStop. It's like you could game it, but the market's going to end up eventually.
Right.
Yeah, if you're trying
Don't
to
worry,
game
we're
it,
going to have the betting markets on the blockchain.
Yeah. I mean, it can take a while, but eventually someone's going to get on the, the right money's going to get on the right side of that bet. So, but no, they're highly accurate. It's just, you can imagine, it's like, well, what am I here for? Like, what about my opinion? Shouldn't I be able to manage people? I want to make a decision about what projects keep going.
What do they call that? That ownership of your decisions, right?
Yeah.
Agency.
It really, really matters to people.
Yeah.
I think it's separate from ego, actually. Like, there's a difference between feeling like ownership and agency that's separate and apart, I think, from ego. But at any rate, they don't work. So instead, what you want to do, and you want to do this for everything, is like just sort of start to transport some of the things that a betting market gets you, right? Well, we've talked about those. What does a betting market have? Independence of point of view. So we talked about how to get that in there, right? 2, that people are expressing their opinion in a very precise way. That's what a price is. So we want to do that. Like, if so if I say to you, what is the quality of this person's mentorship abilities, right? You're not just free answering, it's on a scale of 1 to 7, right? And that now I can see in a very precise way what that is, and then create some stakes to it. And all the stakes do is create accountability. So the point is that when you're recording all of this information, whether it's a forecast or a subjective judgment or whatever it might be, that people look back at it, not in a way to point fingers and say, oh, you're an idiot, but in a way to say, your forecasts are slightly off. Let's figure out how can we make those more accurate. So the fact that people know that this stuff is recorded creates stakes, because they understand there's now a record of it that someone might go back and look at. And then that also helps with the outside view, separate and apart from the independence of opinion, because they're like, well, let me imagine when someone's looking at this later, how is this going to look for them? What do I think might be wrong in here? How am I going to get a good score on it? Which is all that a betting market is in the future. How am I going to get a good score on this opinion that I'm logging right now?